Love? You okay over there? Yeah, no, it's just you look, a little lost in your thoughts. Darling, I don't think it's gonna be something stupid if you seem this upset over it. Come on, you can tell me. Hmm. So, you feel a little stuck right now? Like, oh, so kind of stuck in life where you are? Oh, come here. I'm sorry you feel like that, love. Yeah, I know it's hard. It's hard to feel like you're not where you want to be, like socially or financially, or in your job you're not at the position you want to be. It's okay. Look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know the answers to what you're feeling, but I do get it. No, no, love, I don't, at least from where I'm sitting, I don't think you're behind at all in life. Look, you can look at the most put together, productive person that you can possibly imagine, right? Any role model you can think of. I'm gonna let you in on a secret. More than likely, they're winging it too. I'm serious. The fun part about growing up is kind of realizing that no one knows what they're doing with their life. Oh, I know, it looks like everyone else has everything put together. You are not behind. I'm willing to say this all night if I have to. My love, you're not behind. From where I see it, I think you're still becoming. Yeah, no. Here's the thing. You have your entire life to become something. It is not a a finish line that you cross. It is something you're doing constantly. That sounds scary. It is a little scary to think about. I will admit that. But it's okay. Exactly. It feels wild how it feels like a few weeks ago we were just kids, like having to raise our hands to go to the bathroom, and now all of a sudden we're expected to have our entire lives together. But my love, that's not realistic. There's not one correct way to live your life. You know that, right? Look, I completely understand. We live in this world where any lack of productivity, anytime you're just being, it seems like it's a moral failing on your own character. I understand. No, definitely. It's almost like we're expected to don't sleep, don't eat, just lock in and keep striving to become some magnum opus of yourself. And when you can't, there's something wrong with you. But love, there's nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with having days where where you prioritize your own emotions, your own self-center. There's nothing wrong for having days where surviving is the greatest achievement you can do instead of being productive or having some illusion of how productive you should be. There's nothing wrong with having days where getting out of bed is the biggest thing you've done. I know having days like that makes you feel lazy, but there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having a lazy day. If you spend every second trying to become something, For treating it like a finish line and not the journey itself, you're going to burn yourself out. Come on, my love. I don't want to see you be an Icarus. Come on, it's a good metaphor. Darling, you know I am so proud of you, right? I'm serious. Look, my love, I have watched life pick you up and slam you on the ground, and you still stand up with enough air to laugh. I have seen you dance on hot coals and act like it's a celebration. You have been treated so unfairly by life, and I understand that. I have I've heard you go through things that when spoken out loud it sounds like a myth, but my love, that's what makes you a legend to me. You've survived all of your bad days so far, and that's not an accident. Love, there's nothing that I have seen you fail at. I have seen you restart. I have seen you take a break. I've seen you retry. I've seen you take one project and turn it into a completely different masterpiece, something that wasn't on your blueprints. That is not failing, love. That's succeeding. Just because your success is a different shape than someone else's does not mean that your success is less. I know it's hard when you want to change things and you can't. Look, I remember reading, love, a while ago. This little thing was talking about if you're not happy with your circumstances, try to change it. But if you can't change it, try to accept it. But if you can't accept it, that's where suffering comes. So I think that's kind of, at least from what I see, where you might be right now. How do we change things when we can't control them? You control what you can. Here. Like for example, tomorrow in the morning, remember my mom sent over some cookbooks? We can try, one of the breakfast recipes that we haven't had before. Mm-hmm. Come on, one of those recipes is homemade syrup. We can try that. That'll be a good change, right? Um, Coming home from work, you can try taking a different route just to see something new. Oh, ooh, I know there's that new antique shop that opened up downtown. For a change, instead of, staying home, we can go and check it out. I know it feels illegal walking into a store without buying anything, but that's the fun part too. It's not illegal. So we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay window shopping. Yeah, that doesn't feel like productive change. Hmm. But a change is a change, love. You can't fix your life in a day or a week or even a year. Doing small little sustainable different things is what will make things change. Here, we can pick out a recipe and you realize it's your favorite. That'd be a change to your life. You take a different route and you see something that you haven't seen before would be a change. We'll go to the antique store. We might talk to someone and make a new friend. That'll be a change impacting your entire life. Exactly. We're just going to try and butterfly effect this. Hmm. The worst part though is the trying to accept what we can't change. I know. I know that the acceptance is the hardest part. Love, just because you feel like you're treading water doesn't mean you're drowning. Your head's still above the water. Sometimes you have to expect that accept, rather, that you're going for a swim you didn't prepare for. But like I said, treading water's not drowning. Is that something that you can accept? Glad to hear it. I'm proud of you, love. And I love you so, so much.